now let us discuss about question posed by Foster. I chose this because one, it is one of the essays that has a word limit on the higher side, 750 words, and it asks you of your career goals and what are the gaps or deficiencies that are currently preventing you from pursuing these potential career paths. So basically, this question is asking you to, delve deeper and seek out some kind of a constructive feedback for yourself and present it in the essay in a way which is not entirely negative but is positive, looking for a change, looking for growth and improvement through Foster. So that's how the next line comes in. How do you plan to use your time in the Foster MBA program to fill these gaps and advance your career? So basically, this is a very interesting question, and the student needs to put in a lot of thought in answering and making full justice to the 750 words.
So a quick question for you. It is always very difficult to do two things, right? Provide constructive feedback for yourself and do it in a way that it is genuine. And I think what is important here is to talk about a couple of potential career paths. I just want to hear your thoughts. Potential career paths, but also when you're giving a constructive feedback about yourself, don't try to hide actual strength as a weakness, because admissions committees see that a lot and find it out very, very quickly, and that is usually a negative. What are your thoughts?
Yes, exactly. So a lot of times that students put their gaps or deficiency, they feature them in such a way that there is also some positive that is coming out of it, silently coming out of the negative. But the admission committee sees through it, like you're trying to fine tune things there. So I believe that being honest about your deficiencies or your gaps as such and presenting them as such without something that is overlapping it is also fine. That is the ideal situation, because that is how you will find the true potential from the program and how it will guide to fill those gaps, as the question says. If you are not able to identify gaps in the first place and are trying to hide them or put it subtly in some ways, then you are not ideally prepared to be benefiting from the program. So again, the Foster asks for career goals as well, like what are your plans for the future? And they should be practical. They should coincide with your industry and function. They should not be too impractical or too big or not in line with education that you are getting or your former professional background. If you want to make a shift, you also need to present strong reasons for the shift and provide examples in which how you will make the change. So this is important.
Which is true for any career goal or MBA goal. Why MBA goal is as we talked in the previous part, that it has to be practical. It has to make sense in what you have been doing and how it's going. If it is too disconnected, then there is a question mark on you. Why are you trying to do so many disconnected things? And how would MBA really connect the dots for you?
That's absolutely right. So there's this very pointed question about what are the gaps in your profile and then how Foster will help to fill those gaps. So for this reason, Foster is very particular about getting to know how well the student has done his or her research about the program and what kind of clarity they have to go after Foster and Foster only. So you can research about details about the courses you wish to pursue, the school clubs that you wish to be a part of, and how you can contribute to the program by leveraging your past experience. Now you can research the website, as we have talked before, And you can talk about opportunities that resonate with you, what the school offers. For example, Foster has a number of student clubs and diversity clubs and centers of excellence. And there are some examples are the Leadership Fellows Program, Global Business Forum, and an applied global consulting project. So when you look at the website, talk to former students, current students, and narrow down to what fits your profile exactly, you'll be able to put in a very thorough application.
Sounds good. So, one quick question on this one, right? People, especially our listeners, are always looking for some examples. So, how do we identify? And what Foster asks you is for gaps in your skill set and gaps in your experience that Foster will help fulfill. What kind of gaps do you think people have come across? Could you give us some examples?
Yeah, so just at the top of my mind, a simple example comes to me in my mind that a lot of people say that they are not good at communication or they lack communication skills or they would want to better communication skills. So for such a student, saying that I would like to be part of the debate club or the public speaking club would be taking a big leap of faith and showing that he or she is prepared to take that decision to improve themselves in one aspect of their personality. And there are so many diversity clubs and so many opportunities in which you can evolve.
Fantastic, Gauri. Thanks for sharing that. And guys, this is another thing. During my MBA applications, I did very clearly state not these are the clubs I wish to join, but also which of the clubs I wish to lead. Because when you're joining these clubs, it is not just for voluntary experience. You end up doing a lot of networking, learning a lot. However, if you participate as a leader, your course of learning completely changes because you have to create events, you have to network outside to bring in the experts, and you have to be constantly in touch with the diverse student community that are your membership. That leadership experience as part of one of these forums is always very exciting, very fulfilling, and there are a lot of learning opportunities that you could use. Thank you, Gauri. Really appreciate you coming on GMAT by Example YouTube channel and discussing these really great insights. Again, guys, if you're looking to connect with Gauri to get her services, please contact her on the numbers given on the slides. I'm also going to put the numbers. I'm also going to put the contact information in the description of the YouTube video so that you have it. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Gauri, thank you again for joining and your valuable time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.